12 weeks have finished, all good. I feel really, really great. I'm a little bit sad. I never thought I'd say that, but I am a little bit sad that you kind of feel like you've achieved it, and I want to just keep going with it. I want to continue with the progress. I want to continue maintaining. And yeah, it's gone really quick, to be honest. It seems like 2 weeks ago I was stood here saying it's my first session, but it's literally the best thing I've ever done. But the mental and physical challenges have been unbelievable. I've met some great people in the gym. I've got the bug back again. The spark I lost with my training was the reason I started, and it's back, and I feel absolutely amazing. To be honest, I've trained all my life really on and off. I used to run for Manchester Girls, then I got into martial arts, and then I was doing my Thai boxing and my gym work. But everything just kind of moulded into one. I felt like I didn't really have a purpose with training. I'm one of those people, if anything starts not being fun for me, I don't want to do it, be it a job, training plan, a relationship. I always want to be enjoying myself, and I didn't want to start resenting training, because ultimately that's like my therapy. It makes me feel good after, but I was getting to the stage where getting into the gym is a bit like ugh. So I'd read testimonials of people who'd done a 12-week at UP, and I was quite taken by all the mental aspects of it. People were saying I mentally feel amazing, I mentally feel great, I've got more confidence. And I thought, maybe that's it. I need a 12-week challenge. I need someone to push me, to be regimental with me, to give me a routine, and to give me a purpose for training again. So that's why I signed up. I thought I want to do it and see how far mentally and physically I can push myself. I've always been in what I thought was good shape. Obviously you can always improve. For me it was more so mentally, I just wasn't feeling great. You know, I was going through a bit of a crappy time and I felt a bit low, and I was just plodding along with training, and I just wanted to mentally feel strong and feel good again. And so for me the gym is kind of like my therapy. I love just to come in and for a good hour sweat it out, let your aggression out. And so yeah, it was more of a mental thing for me, and I've left every session tired but feeling strong, and it's always been worth it. From day one, it's kind of each session's got harder because it's always been altered, but the confidence in myself going into the sessions improved. So I've just done my third session of the week with Steve, and it was horrendous, I'm not gonna lie. We did legs, and that pendulum behind me is the devil. This is the reason why I wanted to do the UP, the 12-week program, because I get pushed to somewhere I've never been before, mentally and physically. And as horrendous as it is during the actual session, now that I've done it, I do feel really proud, and I'm kind of looking forward to tomorrow's session in a sick way. I left that first session thinking, oh my gosh, what have I let myself in for? Whereas the sessions after that, I left thinking, when's the next one? I need to get back in. Yeah, you feel really good. I mean, you feel knackered. You always feel tired and shaky and a bit sick, but that for me is a sign of a good session. I think if you leave a gym after an hour with a PT and you don't feel tired, then you need to get a new PT, basically. When I actually saw the results, like physically, you start feeling a little bit cocky. You're like, yeah, it's changing. Everything's getting a bit tighter. Your jeans are getting a bit looser. I noticed my waist, I'm quite straight naturally up and down, like SpongeBob SquarePants, but I started getting like a bit of a waist, kind of an hourglass waist, which I love. My bum got bigger, and yeah, it's just little things like my shoulders, like, and if I'd go out in a top with no sleeves, people would go, oh gosh, you look like you train. I'd be like, yeah, I do. You know, it was that kind of, those kind of changes, they make you feel good, and you know, your hard work's paid off. It really has. For me, the thing I liked about UP was everyone's results were different depending on their individual goal. I mean, when you walk in, you've got the board of everyone's transformations, and the results are incredible, but everyone is different. So you kind of, it's not a one program fits all. You feel like you're an individual, like you and your trainer. You know, it's for you and for you only. And that's what you need, I think, with a PT. Not someone who does the same with every client. You know, someone who kind of works with your strengths, your weaknesses, your goals. It's always quality over quantity. You know, you can come in the gym and do 2 hours and then not have the same results as coming in doing 45 minutes. Wednesday and Mark said to me, it's 4 days for 45 minutes and then an hour at home on your bike. I said, right. I said, and what do I do in the afternoons? And they were like, no, that's all you need. He said, if it's done properly and it's combined with a clean diet, your body will respond, that you don't need to do anything else. And it did respond quite quick actually, within like 2 weeks. My overall results, I went from, I think I was 72 kilograms and I went down to 68.9 or 69. Body fat was around 15.5% and I got it down to 11%. So yeah, it was massive physical changes in just a short amount of time, and mental changes. I'm sleeping better, I've got more energy, I feel happier, my skin's a lot better, I feel more confident. I could go on and on and on. So yeah, 12 short weeks and all of the above. With my diet, the main changes really were, it was kind of, I used to snack on dark chocolate, nuts, which is fine, but I used to have maybe 2 or 3 snacks of them a day, thinking it's dark chocolate, it's good for you. It was like, I didn't realise how many calories were in stuff. I used to eat quite a lot of bread, and that was taken out of my diet. It was replaced with oats and sweet potato, so it wasn't like I was cutting out a food group. Like people said to me, did you stop eating carbs? And I'm like, no, gosh, I would be miserable. And I actually ate a lot of food, but just a lot of good food. You know, by simply eating a load more vegetables as opposed to pigging out now and again on chocolate and stuff, it does something to you. Your body kind of repays you. You are what you eat, and if you're putting good, nutritious foods into your body, it's going to show on the outside. It's such a clever piece of machinery, your body, and all it wants to do is heal all the time. It just wants to heal. So if you give it the tools to do that by regular exercise and good nutrition, then you're winning, really. I think so many people make the mistake of thinking you have to starve yourself or you have to not have carbohydrates. Or some woman said to me, I do eat carbs, but not after 3 o'clock. So I said, well, why not after 3? And she said, well, you store them as fat. And I thought, there's not any logic in that really, but someone had told her that, a PT had told her that after 3 o'clock, no carbs. And I thought, you know, I was having sweet potato at 7 in the evening, and it still worked for me. Before people really understood about women in training, it was always a fear that if women lifted weights, they'd look manly or too butch. And there's obviously pictures of me where you do look bigger than others, and there's always going to be someone scrutinising your picture. But those people who look at a picture of you and go, oh, why has she done that? 12 weeks later they're saying, how have you done that? It's a different outlook. But I think if they got themselves in the gym and saw how good it made them feel, I think we need to stop kind of looking at people physically and saying she needs to do this, she needs to tone down. I mean, some people message me on Instagram and say, you look great, but don't go too far. And it's like, well, what's too far? How can you not want to feel good about yourself? Why would I stop because I look to this or to that? It's like, if I feel great and I'm healthy more than anything, like for me, health is everything. Why would you stop doing that just because someone says you've gone a bit too far? I think if people kind of focused on themselves and their journey and what they want, then I think it'd be better for everybody. You shouldn't tell people what they should and shouldn't do with their bodies. So they shouldn't be afraid. They should just know it's going to sculpt them, give them the curves, make them tighter. It's just going to make them look sick, to be honest. They'll be walking around sexy as. I don't really wear dresses, and I was out at weekend with my friend, and we were getting ready, and I put a pair of jeans on and a little crop top. I walked in, she went, what are you wearing that for? I said, well, we're going out. And she went, you've got a wardrobe full of dresses. She was like, look at your body now. You've done 12 weeks, put a dress on. And I was like, really? She went, yeah. And I put it on, and as soon as I put it on, I was like, damn, it's tight, it fits, it hugs you where I need it to hug me. And it was a real nice feeling. I think any girl who feels comfortable, it's all power to them, whether they train or not. Some girls I'm friends with, they don't train and they're comfortable anyway, which is fine. But for me, it's just nice to feel like you can rock a dress at night and you can come in here in the day in your sweats and just feel strong and be strong. It's kind of the yin and yang. You can be the feminine and you can also be the beast. It's beauty and the beast mixed into one, which I love. I think the magic ingredient here is the consistency, the support network and the passion behind them. That they want to get the best results, not only for you, but you're in their hands. If you come out of this 12-week program without a change, it's kind of on them as well as a PT. They need to see their clients getting results. And they've constantly been on me where, even if I've been in a restaurant, I've sent them a WhatsApp picture of the menu and said, right, which one of these can I have? And sometimes they come back and say, none, get out. And other times they say option 3. So it's kind of, it's like a partnership really, that it has to be the firm with you, but it's because they want the best out of you. And it's not just a case of you're here for an hour and then that's it. All the time they're monitoring you, they're checking in with you. If there's nothing you're happy with, they'll change it, they'll adjust it. It's not a one program fits all here. It's kind of specifically for you, and that's the joy with UP. You feel like it's your floor, your gym, and your time is valued here. UP's given me like a new lease of life, so to speak. It's given me like a confidence I never had. It's given me tools that I'll take on forever now. New recipe ideas, which is always a bonus. And yeah, new goals. I think I don't want to stop here. You know, I'm going to have a few weeks just training and still coming in. But then I think another 12 weeks, you know, at the end of the year, after Christmas, another 12 weeks is on the cards, and see if we can better it next time. The only thing I would change from when I started is I would have done it a lot sooner. You know, I'm 32 and I started my 12 week. I would have started years ago. If I'd have known it would be this much fun and I would have felt this good, I would have done one every year. That would have been my go-to kind of like challenge each year. So yeah, you're never too young or too old to start here. Don't be frightened of it. You know, I would hate my niece to think she couldn't walk into a gym because there was men there, or because there was big weights, or because she felt she didn't belong there. You know, I think it's a good era now for women. We're doing a lot of stuff, and weight training should be one of them. At the end of the day, anyone who's in a gym is there to better themselves. So whether you're a novice or a pro, whether you're overweight, underweight, whether you're right in the middle, wherever you are in your life, in your fitness journey, everyone in the gym is wanting to better themselves, and there's an element of respect in a gym like that, especially this gym. You know, when I first came in, I saw men and women who were in incredible shape, and I wasn't, and I was a bit like, oh my gosh. Same way I've seen people come in who've been overweight and they want to get in shape. And it's like, you kind of, there's like an element of, yeah, respect, because I was where you were, I will be where they are, and we're all on the same journey. So yeah, don't be scared, just come in and do it.